what is up and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this beautiful flower arrangement, and I'm so excited because this is one of my favorites. Roses with sunflowers is so beautiful together, and I'm going to be showing you guys everything I used to put it together. So back in May, a few months ago, I made something similar. Well, not really similar, it was for Mother's Day. And I had so many questions from you guys on what I used, where you guys can find it. So I decided to create another arrangement, and I'm gonna go ahead and link down in the description below everything that I used. I did find everything on Amazon except the flowers, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and link it down below like I said, so you guys have access to that. Before we get into the video though, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we post a video. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
So here are the materials that you're going to be using. I'm going to be using a squared box this time. The last one we did a circled box. This time we're going to go with a squared box. You're also going to be needing some foam for fresh flowers. Make sure it's for fresh flowers because we are going to be soaking it, and that's how the flowers get their water. You're also going to be needing some flowers. I used 3 dozen red roses, and we're going to be using 2 sunflowers. Also, I did want to let you guys know I will be linking everything that I used down below in the description box in case you guys need help on what to use. I'm going to go ahead and link it down below. We're also going to be using this clear plastic wrap. And for my box, I'm going to be spray painting it with this color. It's by Rust-Oleum, and the name of the color is on here. I'm also going to be using this crystal clear acrylic coating. This acrylic coating is going to protect any water from leaking through the box as well as the plastic wrap.
The first thing I went ahead and did is I spray painted my box, and this time I decided to go with white. And then this is the one I use. It's called Satin Blossom White. And it looks like that. And also I'm going to go ahead and link down everything down below in the description box. That way you guys know exactly what I used. And if you guys need it, you guys can get a hold of it. And then I also sprayed it with this acrylic coating. This spray does is it pretty much protects the water leaking through the box. The purpose of the plastic is the exact same thing, so you can actually use either or, but just to be on the safe side, I like to use both just to give it that extra protection so that water won't go through the box. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to cut your plastic. I went ahead and already cut mine and put it over my box, and it doesn't matter as long as it overlays. Because at the end you're gonna go ahead and cut around it anyway, so you're not even gonna be able to tell it's there. And then another thing you want to do is I already have sorry, I have this one blocking. This is my foam that I'm using, the wet foam for natural flowers, for fresh flowers. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have it soaking while I cut my flowers and get everything prepared. You're not gonna be needing all of this, maybe like 1 or 2 blocks at most. So yeah, this one you can find at any craft store, or I'm also going to go ahead and link down below on the description box the one that I got. And most of these things, guys, you can find on Amazon, so that's the good thing, especially with everything going on nowadays. Like, you don't want to be going to the store so much, especially for some of us who have like a weaker immune system and whatnot. So you can order everything off Amazon, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and link it down below so you guys have access to that. So while your foam is soaking, because that's a very important thing I need to tell you guys before too, you want to go ahead and soak your foam in purified water. That is going to help extend the life of the flowers as if you use like sink water and whatnot, tap water. So yeah, I would suggest using purified water, which is what I'm using. Go ahead and let it soak, and then while it's soaking, you're going to go ahead and cut down and prepare your flowers. So we're going to put this to the side, and then we're going to start cutting our flowers. Another neat tip that I want to give you guys is once you open up your packaging, there's always food for the flowers. So I would suggest cutting it, dropping it into the water. And that way the foam also absorbs the water plus the food. So that's also gonna help extend the life of your flowers. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna cut down your flowers according to your box, however you want them. The easiest way to do it is to measure one and then kind of use that rose as a guide. Rose or flower, whatever you're using. Well, flower, roses or something. Okay, so anyway, the one that you measure and you cut down, you're gonna use that one as your guide. That way you can cut all the other ones the same size. Let's go ahead and do that. And then obviously that's too long, so we're gonna go ahead and cut a little shorter. Okay, so here it comes where it's preference. So as you can see, if I put it like that, it's gonna be a little tall. If I cut it a little more, it's gonna be right, you know, at the top of the box. So you can either have them sticking out a little bit, it's your choice, or you can have them all equally like around the box, not sticking out. I think I'm gonna cut a little bit. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I like that. All right, so you have your rose. You're gonna use this one as a guide and you're gonna go ahead and cut them all. And now let's go ahead and cut down all our flowers. Alrighty, so I went ahead and I cut down all my roses. As you can see, we have 3 dozen roses right here. The sunflowers I'm going to do towards the end. The next thing that you want to do is you're going to go ahead and put your foam inside the box. And honestly, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. And then I was going to go ahead and redo it, but I'm like, no, I'm just going to show you guys so you guys can learn from my mistakes. So what I forgot to mention is I totally advise to cut the foam before you soak it. So go ahead, measure it into your box and cut it however it fits before you soak it, because it just makes it easier. It's less messier. I went ahead and I soaked it and I forgot to cut it. So now I'm going to have to go ahead and cut it. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut it and fit it into our box and then we'll continue. I'm going to go ahead and use a cutting board so that I don't make such a crazy mess. Cool. And then we're actually going to need another one, so I'm going to go ahead and chop the piece off right now. And then we're going to go ahead and soak again for 10 minutes. So the 10 minutes are up and this has been soaking for 10 minutes. So now we're gonna go ahead and take it out of the water and we're gonna put it in our box. So now we have our foam nicely. And our plastic here, still sticking out. And then we went ahead and put the foam over the plastic. And then now for the fun part, now we start sticking our flowers into the box. So the way that I start first is I start all around. So you start putting them all around. Give yourself a nice space in between. You don't want to put them so close and having them squishing each other. And then if you feel like one is sticking out too much or like it's not the same size, you can go ahead and just take it out and then cut it if you need to. But I think so far, so good. Alright, so once you've gone all around, like so, as you guys can see, we're going to go ahead and then we're going to start making straight lines down the middle. It just makes life much easier. I'm honestly so surprised I ended up using all, oh, that hurt. All 3 dozens, and I was only gonna get 2, but this little box is pretty spacious. And you want to make sure you push them down, but also be careful, obviously, with the flower. But you want to make sure you have them pushed down, that way the roses can drink as much water possible as they can. I'm not a flower expert, I'm not a florist. I just, I love flowers and I love taking care of them, and my husband's always getting me flowers, so I learned a few things about them and how to take care of them. You just fix them. If you see anything like sticking out or something that you don't like, go ahead and take it back out and then stick it back in. It's that easy. Try not to mess with it so much, especially the head of the rose, because we don't want it to fall apart. So if you just don't like something, it's sticking out or it doesn't seem right, just go ahead and take it back out and then stick back in a different position. This is how our box looks. Let me show you guys. It looks really adorable. You can leave it as is, or you can go ahead and add an extra little touch to it, and I'm gonna go ahead and add about 2 sunflowers to it. So like I said, this arrangement is already so beautiful as is, just with the red roses. So you can go ahead and leave it just with the red roses, or you can go ahead and add an extra little touch to it, and I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 sunflowers to it because I just love how the sunflowers look with the roses. And I'm gonna add one right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add another one like towards the middle. This one. The sunflower stem is obviously a little thicker, and I don't want to squish the roses, so I went ahead and grabbed my scissors, punctured a hole on the foam so I can make room for it already. And then if that doesn't work and you feel like when you're pushing it in, it's like pushing your roses, go ahead and take out your roses. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the rose and then put the sunflower in, and then go back and put your roses around it. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it looks in a bit, but the last thing we want to do is we're gonna go ahead and cut around this plastic, because obviously we're not gonna leave it sticking out, so we want to go ahead and cut all around. Okay, we want to make sure we have no plastic sticking out. I mean, if it's a little bit, it's fine because it's not even noticeable, but not too much. Okay guys, that is it. This is how our arrangement looks. So cute. So it's roses and 2 sunflowers, which is so beautiful together. You guys can mix and match with your flower colors. It's totally your choice, but it's so easy, so simple, and so affordable. As you know, something like this would cost over, what, $200, $300? It's crazy expensive, and this was so affordable, so easy, and so beautiful. So you can totally make it yourself. I really hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. If you guys did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we post a new video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!